Social Science, a short presentation on topic climate by Aditi of class 9A from Bright Rider School. Climate and weather. Weather. State of atmosphere of a place over a short period of time is called weather. It fluctuates very often within a day. Climate. State of atmosphere in a particular place at any time is called climate. It is the average weather condition of a place over a long period of time. The elements of weather and climate are the same, that is, wind, temperature, cloudiness, moisture, pressure, precipitation, etc. Seasons. There is a common pattern over a few weeks or months, that is, days are cool or hot, windy or calm, cloudy or bright, and wet or dry. On basis of the generalized monthly atmospheric condition, the year is divided into seasons such as winter, summer, or rainy season. Climate of India. The climate of India is a tropical monsoon type. The two important elements of climate are temperature and precipitation. In summer, the temperature reaches 50 degrees Celsius in some parts of Rajasthan desert, whereas it may be around 20 degrees Celsius in Jammu and Kashmir. At night, the temperature in Jammu may fall down till minus 45 degrees Celsius, and in Thiruvananthapuram it may be till 22 degrees Celsius. While precipitation is mostly in form of snowfall in the upper part of Himalaya, it rains over the rest of the part of the country. The annual precipitation varies from 400 cm in Meghalaya to less than 10 cm in Ladakh and West Rajasthan. Some parts of country receive rainfall in June and July, but parts like Tamil Nadu receive in October and November. Factors affecting India's climate. Latitude. The Indian landmass is equally divided by the Tropic of Cancer. Hence, half of India has tropical climate and other half has subtropical climate. Altitude. While the average elevation in the coastal areas is about 30 meters, the average elevation in the north is about 6,000 meters. The Himalayas prevent the cold winds from Central Asia from entering the Indian subcontinent. Due to this, the subcontinent gets comparatively milder winter as compared to the Central Asia. Pressure and winds. The Indian subcontinent lies in the region of northeasterly winds. These winds originate from the subtropical high-pressure belt of the northern hemisphere. After that, these winds blow towards south. They get deflected to the right due to the Coriolis force and then move towards the low-pressure area near the equator. The climate is also associated with pressure and surface winds, upper air circulation, and western cyclonic disturbances and tropical cyclones. Factors affecting climate. Coriolis force. An apparent force caused by the Earth's rotation is called Coriolis force. The winds are deflected towards right in the northern hemisphere and towards the left in the southern hemisphere due to this force. This is also called the Ferrel's law. Jet streams. Fast-flowing and narrow air currents are called jet streams. The streams flow at a high altitude, about 12,000 feet, in troposphere. Their speed varies from about 110 km per hour in summer to 184 km per hour in winter. Western cyclonic disturbance. The western cyclonic disturbances are the weather phenomena of the winter months, brought in by the westerly flow from the Mediterranean region. They usually influence the weather of the north and the northwestern regions of India. Intertropical convergence zone. The intertropical convergence zone is a broad throw of low pressure in equatorial latitudes. The northeast and the southeast trade winds converge in this zone. This zone lies more or less parallel to the equator. It moves north or south with the apparent movement of the sun. El Nino Southern Oscillation is a irregularly periodic variation in winds and sea surface temperatures over the tropical eastern Pacific Ocean, affecting climate of much of the tropics and subtropics. The warming phase of the sea temperature is known as El Nino and the cooling phase is La Nina. Southern Oscillation is a accompanied atmospheric component coupled with the sea temperature change. El Nino is accompanied with high and La Nina with the low air surface pressure in the tropical western Pacific. The two periods last several months each, typically occurring every few years, and their effects vary in intensity. The onset and withdrawal of monsoon. The monsoon, unlike the trades, are not steady winds, but are pulsating in nature, affected by different atmospheric conditions encountered by it on its way over the warm tropical seas. The duration of monsoon is between 100 to 120 days, between early June and mid-September. Around the time of its arrival, the normal rainfall increases suddenly and continues constantly for several days. This is known as burst of monsoon and can be distinguished from the pre-monsoon showers. The onset of monsoon. The monsoon arrives in the southern tip of Indian peninsula generally by the first week of June. Subsequently, it divides into two, the Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch. The Arabian Sea branch reaches Mumbai about 10 days later, on approximately the 10th of June. By mid-June, the Arabian Sea branch of monsoon arrives over the Saurashtra Kutch and the central part of the country. The Bay of Bengal branch also advances rapidly and arrives in Assam in the first week of June. The onset of monsoon. The lofty mountains cause the monsoon winds to deflect towards the west over the Ganga plains. The Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal branches of the monsoon merge over the northwestern part of the Ganga plains. Delhi generally receives the monsoon showers from the Bay of Bengal branch by the end of June. Tentative date is 29th of June. By the first week of July, western Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana, and eastern Rajasthan experience the monsoon. By mid-July, the monsoon reaches Himachal Pradesh and the rest of the country. The withdrawal of monsoon. The withdrawal of monsoon begins in northwestern states of India by early September. By mid-October, it withdraws completely from the northern half of the peninsula. The withdrawal from the southern half of the peninsula is fairly rapid. By early December, the monsoon has withdrawn from the rest of the country. Monsoon over Indian islands. The islands receive the very first monsoon showers progressively from south to north, from the first week of April to the first week of May. The withdrawal takes place progressively from the north to south, from the first week of December to the first week of January. By this time, the rest of the country is already under the influence of the winter monsoon. The direction of the southwest monsoon winds in summer and the northeast monsoon winds in winter. Seasons. The monsoon-type climate is characterized by a distinct seasonal pattern. The weather conditions greatly change from one season to the other. These changes are particularly noticeable in the interior parts of the country. The coastal areas do not experience much variation in temperature, though there is a variation in rainfall pattern. Four main seasons can be identified in India: the cold weather season, hot weather season, the advancing and the retreating monsoon, with some regional variations. The cold weather season, winter. The cold weather season begins from the mid-November in northern India and stays till February. December and January are the coldest months in the northern part of India. The temperature decreases from south to the north. Days are warm and nights are cold. Frost is common in the north, and the highest slopes of Himalayas experience snowfall. The northeast trade winds blow from land to sea, and hence, for most of the part of the country, it is a dry season. Some part of rainfall occurs on the Tamil Nadu coast from these winds, as here they blow from sea to land. The weather is normally marked by clear sky, low temperature and low humidity, and a feeble variable winds. A characteristic feature of a cold weather season over the northern plain is the inflow of cyclonic disturbance from the west and the northwest. They cause the much needed winter rains over the plains and snowfall in the mountains. Total amount of winter rainfall, locally called as Mahavat, is small. They are of immense importance for the cultivation of rabi crops. The peninsular region does not have well-defined cool season. The hot weather season, summer. From March to May, it is a hot weather season in India. The influence of shifting of the heat belt can be seen clearly from temperature recordings taken during March to May at different latitudes. In peninsular India, temperature remains lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. The summer months experience rising temperature and falling air pressure in the northern part of the country. Towards the end of May, an elongated low-pressure area develops in the region extended from the Thar Desert in the northwest to Patna and Chotanagpur Plateau in the southeast. The striking feature of the hot weather season is the loo. These are strong, hot, dry winds blowing during the day over the north and northwestern India. These storms are very common during the month of May in northern India. These storms bring temporary relief as they are lower in temperature and may bring light rain and cool breeze. In West Bengal, these storms are called as Kal Baisakhi. Towards the close of the summer season, pre-monsoon showers are common, especially in Kerala and Karnataka. Summer monsoon and winter monsoon. Advancing monsoon, the rainy season. The rainy season begins from early June. The low pressure condition over the northern plain intensifies at this time. It attracts the trade winds from the southern hemisphere. The southeast trade winds cross the equator and blow in the southern westerly direction to enter the Indian peninsula as a southwest monsoon. These winds bring abundant moisture to the continent. These winds blow at the average velocity of 30 km per hour. The monsoon winds cover the country in about a month, varying the extreme northwest. The windward side of the Western Ghats receive a very high rainfall early in the rainy season. The Deccan Plateau and the parts of Madhya Pradesh also receive some rainfall, in spite of lying in the rain shadow area. The northeastern part of the country receive the maximum rainfall of this season. Meghalaya received the highest average rainfall in the world. Rainfall in the Ganga Valley decreased from the east to west. Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat get scanty rainfall. Monsoon tends to have breaks in rainfall, which means that there are wet and dry spits in between. The monsoon rains take place only for the few days at a time and then come as rainless intervals. These breaks in the monsoon are because of the movement of the monsoon throw. The throw and its axis keep on moving northward or southward due to the various reasons. The movement of the monsoon throw determines the spectral distribution of rain. The monsoon is famous for its uncertainties. It may cause heavy rain in one part of the country and may be responsible for droughts in the other part. Because of this uncertain behavior, it sometimes disturbs the farming schedule of India. This affects millions of farmers all over the country. Advance of southwest monsoon in 2017. Retreating monsoon, the transition season. During October-November, the sun apparently moves towards the south. During this period, the monsoon throw over the northern plains becomes weaker. The southwest monsoon winds weaken and start withdrawing gradually. The monsoon withdraws from the northern plain by the beginning of October. The retreat of monsoon is marked by clear skies and rise in temperature. While day temperatures are high, nights are cool and pleasant. Humidity is still present. High temperature and humidity makes the weather quite uncomfortable during the day. This is commonly known as the October heat. The temperature begins to fall rapidly in the northern India by the second half of October. The low pressure conditions over the northwestern India moves to the Bay of Bengal by early November. This shift leads to the cyclonic depressions over the Andaman Sea. These cyclones usually cross the eastern coast of India and cause heavy rain and widespread. These cyclones may also arrive at the coast of Odisha, West Bengal and Bangladesh. These cyclones contribute to the bulk of rainfall at the Coromandel coast. The direction of the northeast monsoon winds in winter and the southwest monsoon winds in summer. Seasonal rainfall and annual rainfall of India. Retreating monsoon and advancing monsoon of India. Distribution of rainfall. There are three types of rainfall. Low rainfall, less than 50 cm. Average rainfall, between 50 to 250 cm. High rainfall, more than 250 cm. Part of western coast and the northern India receive over about 400 cm of rainfall annually. It is less than 60 cm in the western Rajasthan and the adjoining part of Gujarat, Haryana and Punjab. Rainfall is equally low in the interior of the Deccan Plateau. The rest of the country receives moderate rainfall. Snowfall is restricted to the Himalayan region. Because of the nature of monsoons, the annual rainfall is highly variable from year to year. Variability is high in the region of the low rainfall, such as the parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat and Leeward rain shadow area side of the Western Ghats, while the areas of the high rainfall are responsible to be affected by the floods and the area of the low rainfall are drought prone. Some important terms. Frost, a state of freezing, frozen dew. Lu, strong hot dry wind blowing during the day over the north and northwestern India. Mango showers. Pre-monsoon showers in Kerala and Karnataka help in ripening of the mangoes earlier. Throw. Large vacuum in between of the Himalayas and the peninsular plateau, the plains. Leeward. Rain shadow area. Monsoon as unifying bond. The Himalayas protect the subcontinent from extremely cold winds from the Central Asia. This enables northern India to have uniformly high temperatures when compared to the other areas of the same latitudes. The peninsular plateau, under the influence of the sea from the three sides, have moderate temperatures. The effect of monsoon on the Indian subcontinent is quite perceptible. The seasonal alterations of the wind system and the associated weather conditions provide a rhythmic cycle of seasons. The flora and fauna in the entire Indian landscape, agricultural calendar, and the life of the people, including their festivals, revolve around this phenomenon. The people of India, especially the farmers from north to south and from east to west, eagerly wait for the arrival of the monsoon. These monsoon winds bind the whole country by providing water to set the irrigation fields in motion. The river valley which carry this water also unite as a single river valley unit. The moral values we could conclude from this are helping others, improving the condition of our society. Unity in such a diversity is also seen in monsoon. Thank you.